Hey everyone, Danielle here. I'm doing a solo playthrough of Birdwatcher. This has been on my shelf of opportunity for quite some time, so I'm excited to dig into this for you guys. So this is already set up. You're going to pull out the clearing board. You're going to have the publications and the jungle down here. This is also just one board. You'll shuffle up the publications, draw out 3. You're going to give a total of 4 cards each at random to yourself and then the AI player. If you happen to draw any of the unique cards, just put them back into the deck after you draw it out, because you would have added the unique cards into the deck after you drew your 4 cards. And then the solo will also start with a crew card, and this one specifically is for easy mode. There's a total of 6 difficulties, so definitely pick the one that's right for you. And then we have some of these insect tokens, which we might gain throughout the game. And of course, we have our player board. So I'll give a quick overview of what's on the player board. On the left side, we have the list of actions we can take. You essentially get 3 action points, and you can spend it accordingly. The bottom 2 actions do cost 2 action points, so keep that in mind. And for me, I like to use just 3 dice to track the number of actions that I've done throughout the turn, because I'm very forgetful. So feel free to do that as well during your plays. And then on the right-hand side, we have the scoring. In terms of locations of your play area, you're going to have your playmat here. At the top will be your tree. On the bottom of it will be your photo journal. And so we're going to flip these over, and these 4 cards are now in the tree. And these 4 cards are now in the tree for the AI. All right. So now that we're all set up, I'm going to be the first player. And I will take my 3 action tokens, which are going to be dice. The value of the dice do not matter. I'm just like moving one off after I use the action. So after that, I will spend 1 action, and I'm going to do a take a photo action. So when you take a photo, you startle 1 bird from your tree to the clearing, and then add a bird from your tree to your photo journal. So you'll take a bird from your tree, and it's one that you likely, you're not going to want to use, at least not for this turn. So I'm going to put this Western Parotia or Parotia into the clearing. You're going to turn it sideways to signify that it is startled. And then you're going to place a bird into your photo journal, which is just going to be below your player board. I'm going to grab the Arfac Astrapia. So this will be placed underneath my board as the first card in my photo journal. And as you place birds into your photo journal, you will have to place them just to the right of each card. So I'll demonstrate that as well. So now we have a second action, and I'm looking at what's available right now. And I think I'll go ahead and I'll do a run into the jungle. So I'll use 1 action to do a run into the jungle. So that's taking all 3 of the jungle cards and moving it into the clearing. And you have to cover the empty spaces first. So we'll go ahead and do that. And now you refill the jungle. So you refill the jungle after the action is completed that you're doing. And now I have 1 more action left. And looking at what's available here, I think I'll do a bird call. So I'll do a bird call, and I'm going to call a King of Saxony. So essentially with bird call, you move all unstartled birds from the jungle, which is down here, and the clearing, which is on this board, to your tree. So I'm focusing on the King of Saxony because I have 1 here. And the point of this game really is to really collect the birds so that you score maximum points. So looking at this card, you have these 2 scores. If you only have 1 of them in your photo journal by itself, meaning there's no other King of Saxony before or after this card, you would only score 3 points. You would score 10 points, though, if you had a pair of them adjacent to each other in your photo journal. So I'm going to use my last action to gain that, and I'll just overlap it here to save some space. And we'll refill the jungle. So those were my 3 actions. Now it's up to the AI. So you do have to follow some steps here. The AI is referred to as the crew. So on the crew's turn, you have to look at how many birds they have in their tree. They currently have 4 birds in their tree. Because they have less than 6 cards in their tree, the crew takes the leftmost publication card in the academy. The academy is up here. It's the row of publication cards. So in this case, actually the first turn for the crew, they will place down the solo card that you had set aside. So you're just going to place it here on the left side of their photo journal. And then you'll flip over to the other side of this sheet, and then you'll follow step 2. It says, if all birds in the jungle and clearing are unique, perform the run into the jungle activity. So at the end of my turn, I should have turned all of the other startled birds upright. So I just did that. And now I look at all the birds in the clearing and the jungle. I have to see if any of them repeat. And they do. The Western Protea does have 2 cards out. So in that case, I go to step 3. If multiple birds of a single species exist in the jungle and the clearing, which in this case is the Western Protea, add those to the crew's tree. So I'm going to grab all of these and add it to the crow's tree. All right. And we'll refill the jungle. And that's their turn. So at this point, we would have to just take a look at the current state and understand what they have, because another action we could take on our turn is called the zoom lens, which is add a bird from another player's tree to your photo journal. So I could essentially take one of the birds from the crew's tree into my own. So that's pretty neat. All right. Let me just make sure I did this right. Okay. Sounds good. Let's take my turn now. I'll spend 1 action. Now I will take a photo. I'll startle this bird. Now add this one. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to actually do a bird call and take all of the Arfac astrapias into my tree. Refill that. Now I will do a take a photo. Now put this here, make sure that it is startled, and then I'll take the Arfac astrapia. And now I would gain 13 points for having these 2 birds. As a third action, I'm going to do another bird call, I think, and I'll grab this one. So this bird is a Blood's Bird of Paradise, and it will give me 5 points. So that's pretty cool if I were to put it in my photo journal. That's my turn. So looking here, we have to count how many birds are in the tree. So there's 6. So when there's 6, they actually place their largest set of birds. So it will be the Western Protea. So now essentially they've gained 14 points, which is a big deal. All right. They don't collect insects though, so that doesn't matter here. All right. So after that, again, let's reference this. If all birds in the jungle and clearing are unique, you perform the run into the jungle activity. So looking at the birds here, we actually have unique. So that means we do the run into the jungle activity. So run into the jungle means we empty the jungle, filling in the empty spaces first. If all the spaces are filled with a bird, you just start from the top left bird and go clockwise to place the birds in that order. Now you refill the jungle. After that, if multiple birds of a single species exist in the jungle and clearing, you add those to the crew's tree. So it looks like they'll definitely take the Wilson's Bird of Paradise because that's the most points they can get. So they'll take those into their tree. All right, my turn. I'll do 3 actions. I will, let's refill this actually. So looking at these publications, I might want to spend 2 actions to grab one of these. So this publication says 2 citation points per different bird species in the preceding 4 pages of your photo journal. Okay, so that's pretty neat, but I don't think I'll have enough variety to do that yet. Let's look at this one, 2 citation points per insect in the preceding photo pages. Don't have many insects going on right now either. And then this last one says 2 citation points per complete set in your photo journal. That might be tempting to do. So, because I do intend to have a full set. So yeah, I think I'll spend 2 actions to get a publication into my photo journal. This little book icon will come into play at the end of the game. But basically, when you score, there's something called publication awards, and the person with the most gets +5, and the person with the least gets -2 points. All right, so we'll refill this immediately, and now we have 1 action left. And I think I'll just do a bird call, and I'm going to call this bird. All right. So now looking at the crew's tree, they have 6, so they're going to place their birds, and this will give them 21 points. And then next we have to look at the birds in the jungle and the clearing. Are they all unique? No, they're not, so there's a pair here. So that means they will take that into their tree. And then, my turn. Let's refill this. I don't know. Yeah, that's fine. I'll do a bird call. So this will be startled. I'll add a King of Saxony. I'll do another bird call, and this will be startled as well. And you cannot place a startled bird on top of another startled bird, so we'll just do that. And now this will be placed, and now I have 10 points, which is awesome. And then my last action, I'll use one to, I guess I'll do a bird call. And I'm going to grab, let me see what this one says. This says 12 wired bird of paradise. And in the tiny font underneath, it says X equals the number of 12 wired birds in your photo journal. That's going to be tough unless I actually focus on getting that. I guess I'll just grab this one. This might be easy to complete. All right. So we're looking here. Do they have 6 birds in their tree? They do not. So they'll grab the leftmost publication from the Academy and place it into their journal. And then we'll see if any of the birds are repeats here in the clearing in the jungle. And it looks like they are all unique. So we're going to do a run into the jungle, placing it like so. And then revealing 3 more. And then if there are any multiples, the crew will take it. Sometimes it gets a little hard for me to see which ones are the same based on the art, so I do focus sometimes just on their scoring. So yeah, these 2 match. So we'll go ahead and grab these and place it into your tree. Refill the jungle. Okay. 3 actions. I'll go ahead and do a run into the jungle, I think, because I would like to see more of the birds. And I get to decide as a player where to place things. The AI doesn't. Okay. So I think I will now spend 1 to do a bird call, and I'm going to grab a Wilson's Bird of Paradise. Both of these. And then my last action will be to call the Blue Bird of Paradise. Okay. So now the crew has more than 6 cards. They're going to place something in their photo journal, and you have to look at how many points they would be getting. So these two, the greater bird of paradise, would give them 9 points since they only have 2 out of the 3 in the set. The red bird of paradise currently is at 2 as well and gets 8 points, so the 9 points is more preferable. Let's go ahead and take those, and we'll place that. And now we look at this board. We have to see if there are any duplicates here. So we do have duplicates, so they're going to grab these 2, I think. Yep, these are the duplicates. Refill. All right. 3 actions. I'm going to, this is tempting, but I think I am just going to focus on the Wilson's Bird of Paradise. So I'll spend an action to do a take a photo action. Add that to my photo journal. Do another take a photo action. And add the other Wilson's Bird of Paradise. And then I'm going to do a bird call for a standard wing Bird of Paradise. Okay, that's my turn. Let's see, they do have 6 cards again, so they're going to place. They would get 9 points with this, 8 points with this, so let's grab this. And now they actually would score 15 points because now this is all a set. This required 4 of the same bird, and so right now they would get 15 points. Good for them. All right, now looking here, let's put these right side up. They will see if there's any uniques, and I'm sorry, if there are unique birds. Right now there are not. There are matches, so they're going to grab all 3 blue bird of paradise. They're going to score big with that. And then it's my turn. I would like to try to get a Wilson's Bird of Paradise, but I'm not sure I'll be able to because they already have 3. And if you're curious, we have this number here on the top right of the card that tells you how many of them exist in the deck, and all of them are out. So I can give up on the Wilson's Bird of Paradise, actually. I should have kept that in mind last turn. Anyway, let's see. I will spend my 3 actions, and maybe I'll gain that publication. Which one was it? No, not that one. So this one says 3 citation points for this card plus 5 citation points if the first and last bird in your photo journal are the same species. That's going to be tough. Decisions. Let's see. I'll do a run into the jungle. I was hoping to see some pairs at least, but I don't see any. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and just take this wonderful bird of paradise, and I'll go ahead and use my last action and just startle that bird and place this into my photo journal. It has an insect token on it, so I grab that one. So what you can do with insect tokens is if you could spend 2 of them to gain an extra action point, which is pretty neat. All right, so that's it for me. They do have more than 6 in their tree, so they're going to place their highest scoring one. And actually, it's not going to be this one. They'll score... Actually, let's double check the hierarchy. It matches the most abundant. Okay, most abundant is this one. Cool. And we should count because once either of us reaches 18, that's when the game will end and we go to scoring. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So once they put 3 more, that's probably when the game will end. I doubt I'll reach that 18 before they do. Okay, so next, they're going to see if anything has a match. And I think this is all unique. So if it's all unique, they're going to do a run into the jungle, putting everything like that. And then they're going to just check again to see if there's any matches. And this time there is, and they're going to grab these. I will, because they're definitely going to be placing some of them later on their turn because they have more than 6, so I have to be careful of that. So 3 actions here. I'll go ahead and spend 1, and I'll do another run into the jungle. All right, I'll do a bird call for this one. And then I will place 1 here. And this one, so I'm doing a take a photo action where this comes into my tree, my photo journal. Okay. I'm not going to get many points, I don't think. All right, so they're going to place this one. And that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, gosh, okay. 17. And let's see. They're taking... So there's 2 that are tied for what they would take. But to complete what they already have... Actually, these would be the same. Actually, I think adding all these up, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, it would be more than these. So I think the game might actually end. Yeah, they're going to add these, I think. These are all the same. Okay, so that's definitely more than 18. And so, yeah, that would be the end of the game. So at that point... Now we get to score, and scoring is pretty much the same for both of us. For the photo journal, you're just going to add up the scores. So this would be 13. These pairs would be 20. This would be 7. Not 20, I'm sorry. This is just 10, and this is going to be 7. And this is going to score 5 points for me, and this will be just 2 points. So that's how the photo journal would work. For the species award, you have to see the most black sickle bills. So definitely they won that one. They'll get plus 7 points. I'll get just 0 because I didn't even have any black sickle bills. If I was second place, I would get plus 3. Greatest species variety. That means a variety of the birds. I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're tied. So if that happens, we both share the 7 points. Not helpful. They're still up a whole bunch of points because they would have gained 14, 21, 15. No, not even 15. 9 and then 2 because it's only a set of 3 that would count. Then we have 11 points, and then each of these individually. It's crazy. Sorry, I'm not adding all these points up right now, but I'm kind of just going through how the scoring works. And then we have a unique insect tokens. So depending on how many tokens you have, you do get points that are based off of unique. So right now I just have 1 token, so that's only 1 unique, so 1 point for me. Then publication awards. You do get to see how many of these little books are on these icons. They definitely have more than me, so they're going to get plus 5. I will get minus 2. And then talking about how to score for publications, you just read through the cards, the details of them. So this one says 2 citation points per complete set in your photo journal. So I would get 2, 4. So just 4 points for a complete set. And then that was my only publication. So the publication for solo is 2 points for this starting one. And then this one says 2 points per different species in the preceding. So that's going to be 4, because those are 2 different species before it. 1, 2, 3, 4 would be these 4. And then, not many publications other than that. So once you add up the scores, obviously you compare, and then whoever has the higher score wins. And there is no doubt that the crew has a higher score than me. All right. Well, that was my solo playthrough of Birdwatcher. I think it's a very easy to learn game, and it plays very fast, within 30 minutes, I'd say. and you get to enjoy some really beautiful bird art. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. If you notice any gameplay mistakes, definitely let me know. And as always, if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on any of my unboxing or tutorial videos like this one. And I'll see you next time. Bye.